Shweta there said, several patches. This is not just in one particular portion that you see. Joining me right now, our panelists Krishna Hegde, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena, Anish Gawande, national spokesperson of the NCP, and Dilip Cherian, founder of Perfect Relations. And gentlemen, really appreciate you joining us on the broadcast here. Mr. Krishna Hegde, let's start with you now. This, of course, is a very ambitious project. 14,000 crore rupees spent, world-class infrastructure, they say. But the big question is this how a world-class infrastructure is supposed to look and feel like?
So is this question for me because I cannot hear very clearly?
Yes, Mr. Krishna Hegde, the question was for you. Is this how a world-class infrastructure is supposed to look in the first few months?
No, absolutely not. And I think, whoever is the contractor, we know who's the contractor, and BMC themselves should fix up the problem. This is a 8-lane, highway, like an expressway, and almost like 29.2 kilometers. And till now, around 1.25 crore vehicles have traveled over it, and Mumbaikars have benefited. It has cut travel time by almost 2 hours, and almost 18,000 to 20,000 vehicles fly on this road every day. But however, that is not an excuse. If the BMC is saying that some of the bitumen has, worn off and some joints are being fixed, I think the BMC should uh, tighten up the contractor, whoever has built this, and I think they should get it back into shape. However, this is a problem for few meters, but the balance 29 kilometers of road is extremely good. This is definitely an engineering marvel, which not only goes over the sea but also into the sea. And I think Mumbaikars are benefiting. This is also a toll-free road, so there is no expenses for any of the motorists on the road. So all in all, we should also look at the positive side of this coastal road. And whatever small glitches are there, I'm sure that the BMC will fix it soon.
Mr. Krishna Hegde, the problem is when you look at that visual there, very hard to ignore the patches and look at the positive side. Anish Gawande, you're of course from the NCP, and in the past as well, there has been a clash between the government and the opposition about the credit that has to be taken. The problem is when something good is said about a project like this, suddenly you have multiple politicians jumping, seeking credit for this. But when you look at something like this happening today, like Mr. Krishna Hegde says, the blame goes to the contractor.
And the contractor has been operating on this road for the vast majority of the last 10 years. And the government that is taking credit for the road should also take blame for what is going on with the road. You know, what we're hearing today from the BMC is that concretization was not done because the monsoons were coming up. And so asphalt was put in. Now the monsoons will come again, the asphalt will go off, but there won't be time to put concrete. So this is not a concrete job, it's a con job, right? And the reality is that today, unfortunately, the coastal road, which was supposed to be one of the city's most iconic infrastructure projects, has turned not only into an embarrassing sort of project, but one that has left all of us wondering which contractors were hired to complete it and how. You know, I'll give you a few examples, right? The patchwork on this stretch of the road is not the only problem. The ride is bumpy even when you go inside the tunnel of the coastal road. There have been multiple leakages and cracks that have developed in the coastal road over the course of time, and it's not even been more than a year since it was inaugurated. And more importantly, and finally, this is a road that has been inaugurated 6 times. The government, in the hurry to inaugurate this road before the elections, has clearly done a shoddy job, and the results are for everyone to see.